A quick introduction. On the Bloober side, we have Wojciech and Jacek from very very well prepared, producer and lead designer of the medium. And on
And
the other
sadness.
side, we have Gabriel from Serial Killers, one of our
Whoa.
main opinion leaders in
Whoa,
Austria. And I would say, Gabriel, over to you, and I'll mute myself.
Okay. First of all, nice to meet you. Sadly, under the circumstances with COVID going on and remote, maybe let's start with that. How did COVID impact the development of the medium, and was this a challenge for you to get the motion capture right and the whole process?
Yeah, of course, it was a challenge, and of course, it impact us, I think, on many ways. But at the end, everything that's okay. Of course, we need to, postpone the premiere because we didn't happy thinking, okay, at the end of the year, we need some more time because of this COVID situation. Everything, takes much longer than it should have. Yeah, so we postponed the premiere. But overall, I think we are okay with that. Yeah, it's not like we are thinking now, oh no, COVID destroy our game or our premiere. No, like we need to postpone. Now it's fine. And of course, it changed how we work, how we communicate. And I think after this, I think some of that practice we will take further to other projects because we find some improvement on the communication and maybe how to work in some different circumstances. And about mockup, yeah, like it was crazy.
Yeah, to be honest, the pandemic hit us hard at the beginning because in Poland it was like a total lockdown at the very beginning. We were not able to leave our houses only for do a groceries shopping and stuff like this. And there were cars driving around the city with the message like stay at home, there is a virus outbreak. So I was scared. It was more scary than our game. But people in our studio help each other, and someone said like, okay, I've got the car, I will bring you stuff from the office or stuff like this. So we are really proud of them as human beings, like helping each other. And within like a few days we were operating remotely from homes. And of course, big thanks to our IT team who organize VPNs and all those technical stuff within days. So of course it was new, and it was at the beginning it was damaging our normal studio life. But eventually, we did it. And in terms of mock-up sessions, yes, we have to do a remote mock-up sessions, and then have actors to sit in booth and record voice to the other actor doing like motion capture. So it was harder than we expected. But we did it.
I think you originally planned the game for 2012 for PS3, Wii U, and other consoles. Could you go into detail with that? Did you have to start from scratch?
The idea in the company is really old. It's even 8-9 years old. And there were like several iterations. One of this was to thinking about PS3 and Wii U. But like the idea was there, but what we iterate that time, we thought it's not what we want to do. It's not fulfill our maybe dream about the game. There was different iteration later when we go stronger as a team, as a company, and what we know, what we can do, and finding maybe better tech to do it. But when we do Observer on Unreal Engine, we thought, okay, we think we should, take this project to Unreal because it can fulfill what we want to do with the engine and what we want to do with the game. So when we start the game, it was like 4 years ago. It wasn't like for scratch. Like the tech, some of the tech was there, how to do stuff, how to use the engine with tools at the same time, some basic fundamentals for the script, how it should start, how it should end, the meaning of the game, so the different points of view, the title, the medium was still there. But from that, having this fundament, most of we done from that time is new. It's in a way from a scratch, but of course we have some directions, guides, and fundamentals to do. So it wasn't like from scratch everything.
Yeah, like the towards gameplay was like a crazy idea of our boss and his wife, and it was here in Bloober before us, before we even joined the company. So yeah, at some point when we finished the Observer, our boss gathered us and say, okay, guys, we've got this idea, we tried this and that, and it doesn't work well.
What you can do with
it. What you can do with it. And here we are.
When I started the company, it was like more than 6 years ago. I heard about the medium, like there is this project, and maybe someday we'll go back to it. And some years later, I was the guy that starts the project in a way. Yeah.
So besides the sound design, what can Silent Hill fans expect from the medium? Like some elements, did you draw inspiration from Silent Hill in terms of gameplay or?
Yeah, mostly I think atmosphere, vibe. You will feel that we really love Silent Hill as a company and as the developers of this specific title. So in a way you can feel like in home, but abroad, but because game take place in Poland, so we want to show you different setting, different stuff, and we don't want to copy like Silent Hill. It's just our approach, our love letter, but we change it, of course, to be more our way. Yeah, we change the scales, like story, gameplay, atmosphere. It's not like the same.
Yeah. Of course, we are taking the inspiration, but as Jacek said, we don't want to copy anything. So from the very beginning of the project, we've got like a mission statement saying that we want to create a serious adventure game with Silent Hill's atmosphere. And we did it, I think. So you can of course expect similarities to Silent Hill. It will be like a major story, plus the atmosphere, and of course music made by Akira-san.
Yeah, so if you want to feel again like in the Silent Hill, so it can be the way now.
But the game is a different game. But I think it got the spirit of a Silent Hill, not the mechanics or stuff like this.
So you're using real-world locations from Poland, like you mentioned. Are there also Polish folklore you're drawing inspiration from, or some historic elements?
It's mostly historic elements. I don't think there is much of folklore. Of course,
there is a dragon on them.
There can be some because it's like historic background. We play in the late 90s. We visit the building from the 80s, so we can tell something about Poland in communist era. We can tell something about Poland after the communist era and what our character think about it and feel, but show you some different points of view again. But about the folklore, there can be something a bit more history stuff. But our spirit world it's inspired by Zdzisław Beksiński's painting. It's famous Polish painter, like our Geiger, and he's like famous in Poland and in Europe. And we take from this what we can, and we also create some kind of mythology of our own, but based on his paintings. And if you ask us about folklore, we need to ask painter if he was maybe inspired by the folklore or something. But I don't think that folklore was like.
I think when we took Zdzisław Beksiński's painting, we did it because we don't want our spirit world to be based on any folklore or religion. It's something between worlds, something very surreal, and his painting inspired us to do it. So I will not say that we are heavily inspired by any folklore, but you will find I mentioned the dragon. I was laughing, but there is like a newspaper with a dragon here. So of course there are small things that you can connect to Poland, our history. But yeah, those are more like an Easter eggs.
Yes.
They are not, super important for the overall plot of the game.
Yeah, so if Witcher is like heavy folklore, like Polish or Slavic, yeah. So we are more like historian, but not so heavy, yeah.
Are there any learnings from your previous titles you released, like Blair Witch and Layers of Fear, in terms of gameplay and mechanics that you implemented?
Yeah, like each of our game from the Layers of Fear era, like our horror diversion to horror era, like was evolution, yeah, like Layers of Fear, FPP, changing environment, observer, we add some dialogue stuff, choices, yeah, some detective,
more characters.
Yeah, more characters. Blair Witch was with the dog companion. So with each game we want, to change something with our gameplay, with our storytelling, and now it's more a kind of revolution. Yeah, it's not FPP, it's TPP with semi-fixed cameras. So the storytelling is really different here, and so we want to push really further with this game.
Yeah, it has more mechanics than our previous games. It's still story-driven adventure game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we are pushing our boundaries with each game, and yeah, I think the Medium is our biggest title yet.
Yeah, like we know, like maybe some people want to have more gameplay in our previous games, so we thought, okay, we try do what we really can, but still have intact this storytelling stuff. Yeah.
Are there any elements you can talk about in terms of gameplay that are really new? Like I think in the gameplay showcase there was ability to absorb spirit energy.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be more elements like that, or?
Yeah, like in the comparison of our previous games, this game is more created like Nintendo style, like Zelda style more. Like you have some powers, you have some places, and you need to figure it out which power in which
in each configuration
will works, and how to get out of the situation or how to go further. So it's really different for our previous games. And of course, you have like Spirit Blast, so you can recharge some electric devices using spirit world energy,
and you can use it to fight off the monster in the spirit world. So the same power does like 2 tricks, for example.
So different powers can work differently depending on the situation. You have spirit shields, so you can burn some insects in the spirit world that can be not so friendly. You can divide your spirit from your body, that really change how you play the game, because you are connected to the two worlds at the same time. But you think, okay, there is some place I can get in the real world. Oh, but my soul can. Boom, and you go to out of body, and then in out of body you can use all of the powers you have. So it's still a combination.
Could you give us a small glimpse, like how did you scale up inside the team from your previous titles to the Medium? Is it like did the team expand? Did you get more developers, or?
Yeah, of course. Like I think it's like the most people do observer. Yeah, then we divide to different projects to trying to have like the similar number of people. So from one project we go to 3 projects, like Blair, Layers of Fear 2, and the Medium. So each of these projects need to grow. So like whole company really grow from that time.
Yeah, we are right now like a 100 strong.
Yeah,
and we are counting only us, like Bloober employees, and I'm not counting, outsourcing teams who are helping us. And there is a lot of more people.
Yeah, so in the comparison to our previous game, we also go heavy with outsourcing to pull it off.
Yep.
Maybe as final question, is there one element of the game you really want people to know about, like a small detail or a feature you're really proud of that you implemented in the Medium?
Yeah, I think as Jacek said, is saying sometimes, I think we are most proud of our team. To do it even during the pandemic. And yeah, that was a crazy ride. And I think everyone right now are, waiting for the release, and we are hoping for, good reception for the players. So thank you for, your attention, and I hope you guys will, shit your pants during playing a game.
Yeah, of course, yeah, we love the game, and it's really hard to choose what you love most. Yeah, but when you ask us that, I also thought more about the people that create this game. Yeah, because the game will, will live. Yeah, will I hope success, and most people really like it. But what we left is like really strong team with awesome people that pull of some crazy stuff doing dual screen game.
Yeah. And if I should, choose one thing that I'm super proud of in terms of the medium, it's like the overall atmosphere of the game.
Yeah.
I like that we've done something, I think, different comparing to popular titles nowadays. That the game isn't like an action-oriented survival horror game. I'm really happy about this. Yeah, we can do something different, and I hope players will have fun with it.
Yeah, like we don't want to only make you scared. Yeah, we want you to think about what you saw, about what the story is, and maybe what you will do in that kind of situation.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.